Welcome back to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
It's Friday.
It's definitely Friday.
I'm not sure what.
This has been the longest week ever.
Why is that?
I think it's the post-Share-a-thon and post-Easter lull in life that just kind of happens, and it just kind of keeps going. I don't know. And the weather's been.
It's crazy weather.
The weather's just been cold and rainy. I don't know.
So it is. This is the last day of Teacher Appreciation Week.
Oh, it is.
And we appreciate teachers probably more than we do technology, because apparently it's not working right now.
Yeah, technology's great. It's a Friday.
Hopefully we can get Heidi to join us here in just a little bit and carry on our series on wellness. But I realized the other day I missed some teachers.
I missed a lot of teachers. You listed a lot.
So
I only picked 4.
This is our chance to follow up and
oh man, you're gonna put me on the spot now. I gotta remember them all again.
Okay, well, I will share mine then. So I think I made it to high school when I was sharing my list on Friday. Finally made it to high school, and talked about, it was mostly my the arts teachers, my music and speech teachers and stuff like that. And I missed one in middle school. I had an awesome middle school PE coach. I wasn't an athlete, but he was super.
Really?
He was
sports ball.
Go
Sorry,
sports
that
team. Coach Weiss. Coach Weiss was awesome. I was the puny little guy in middle school, and he looked out for the scrawny little guys.
Did you always get hit in the face when you played dodgeball? Because that was my life in high school.
I will say I was not the first chosen when we divided up into teams. Let's just put it that way. But
no, I just always got hit in the face, and my glasses always got broken every time.
I'm very grateful for Coach Weiss. He was outstanding. And then, so I'll move on to college, and then I can let you. I know you don't have your notes in front of you, and you're afraid you're going to forget somebody.
I remember them all.
So college had a number of awesome professors. So, and we've actually had, I think, all of them on the air at some point in time.
Wow.
Okay, so
I'm going to up my game then.
Yeah. Professor Siekman, Professor Lori Siekman was my advisor. I studied communication and theater.
Okay, that makes more sense than sports.
She was my advisor, my undergrad advisor at Concordia University, River Forest, now Concordia University, Chicago. And she is now a professor at Concordia University, Irvine. She's teaching theater there and continuing her education. I think she has 12 master's degrees now. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But the latest one was in playwriting.
That is really cool.
But she was outstanding. She was also our advisor, group sponsor for a team called Fish Out of Water. We were a drama team.
Oh yeah.
I think they've since renamed. I don't know since then, but anyway,
that was what it was called when I was there.
A drama team that we did children's chapels and things like that at local schools in the area.
Yeah.
Telling the story. I think Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was one of the stories that we did frequently with that team, and then my theology professors. So Dr. Bertels, I think he was there. He was there when you finally came along.
Finally.
You young children came along. Dr. Bertels was my advisor for my thesis in grad school, and he was very understanding and patient with this guy who's not a fast reader. But I also had him for teaching the Christian faith as well as an undergrad. And then Dr. Nathan Jastrom, Old Testament professor. Just, you don't realize what it is until you walk away from the class. Until I think it was my last year of grad school, and then realized that my professor had translated the Dead Sea Scrolls from
no big deal.
First generation, he took pictures of the Dead Sea Scrolls, he had first generation pictures of the Dead Sea Scrolls in class, and I didn't realize what that was when I was in class. It wasn't until I was done with finishing up grad school, then there was an exhibit at one of the museums in Chicago including the Dead Sea Scrolls. They were on one from Israel, and I got to see them. I'm like, oh, this is what we saw in our class. This is fascinating, and had no idea. Fluent in 5 languages, and he endured me as a student and helped me through my thesis as well. So there you have it. Thank you,
Did
professors.
you get everybody?
There are so many more, but I'm not going to bore everyone with all those details.
All those names.
Yes.
Yeah. So I missed a few in grade school because I had to gloss over everyone except my first grade teacher. Mrs. Washburn in second grade. fantastic. I remember a lot of rainy days in second grade. I'm not sure why. That really sticks in my head. Like we had thunderstorms a lot. I'm not sure. Mrs. Turgeon, it was in my head and now it went away. I had 2 teachers in third grade and I can't remember my other teacher's name. See, this is what happens when you put me on the spot.
I'm so sorry.
I know. I remember learning cursive in third grade, though, and that was a lot of fun.
Can you still write in cursive?
I can still write in cursive, and
That's
I still
impressive.
have cursive hanging on my bedroom door in my parents' house because I remember it being that much fun. So, nerd alert right there. Mrs. Foreman in fourth grade was fantastic. She taught us Spanish, which was really cool, and Michigan history, which was really fun.
Did she teach you Michigan history in Spanish, though?
I don't think so, but that
Okay.
would have been really fun.
That'd be unique.
We had a Spanish food day, which was like the highlight of the year.
Flan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the rice, it has saffron in it. It was really good. So that was pretty cool. I really liked having the Spanish food day. We did that in high school too. I don't know what it is about food days and learning Spanish language.
I took French.
Oh,
I studied French in high school.
you would.
Of course I did. And we had food days too. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crepes.
Because food always makes learning better, obviously. Let's see. Fifth grade was...
I'm with that.
Fifth grade was Mr. Zorn. Bless his heart. He had to deal with a lot of unruly fifth graders. Mrs. Fenton is actually my sister-in-law's mom, and I had her for art class, which was really fun. I still have a lot of my art projects. And am I going to have to be done now? I already mentioned Mrs. Martin.
Well, we
Mrs.
have
Ankerberg.
2 minutes, but we finally got the technology working. Heidi's joining us now, right?
I'm the worst. I'm the worst person. I'm the worst.
Well,
here is like Worker Wellness 101 is sometimes we don't have it together.
Well, you can. We're wrapping up Teacher Appreciation Week. We got a minute and a half. Give us the rundown. Teachers who influenced you the most.
Oh my goodness. I would say I had the same teacher in 3rd and 4th grade, Mrs. Harp, and I think it was her spirit of like calm presence. She just was like, she built you up. I would say that was like the most influential teacher. And then at Concordia, Chicago, I had Dr. Jastrom for Old Testament and then Dr. Eisenberg for New Testament. And both of them really encouraged me to keep writing, which I never saw myself as a writer, but thinking about that now was a huge influence for me, and so much wisdom.
Look at that. Dr. Jastrom got 2 shout-outs today.
I did not have Dr. Jastrom.
I also taught his kids for Sunday school, and so just so you know, like, that's really intimidating. But I still have ornaments on my Christmas tree that they gave me as their Sunday school teacher,
Aww.
and like, I'm pretty sure that went a long way and encouraged me in my, path of church work, so...
And one of the professors you had that I never got to have any classes with, Deaconess Kristen Wasilek. She was awesome. I was never in any of her classes, but she was pretty awesome.
Yeah, still a mentor to me today. And she's the person who told me count to 10 before you say anything in a group situation so that other people can talk. Best advice I've ever received.
Count to 10. Wow. I need to count to
10.
like
I don't
20.
have that problem. I just sit there.
As a 40-year-old adult, I still need that advice. Like, very useful.
Well, there you have it. We'll wrap up Teacher Appreciation Week, and we'll check in with Heidi again in the future for our Worker Wellness
Next
series.
time.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
guys.
much. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.